I'd
Sure.
like to ask you, Rod Santomassimo, what is the biggest risk?
I think the by far the biggest risk today is what we talked about. It's AI. AI is the biggest risk. And there's different risks. You mentioned the three forms of risk, right? So the risk from an AI, from a business perspective, there's the adaptability risk. If I do not adapt to the AI, what's the true risk to my business? While it can be said some sectors are AI proof, right? My the girl who cuts my hair, right? Maybe she needs an AI reception bot to make sure that I could be there on time, right? And her schedule is clear. So she's not really AI proof. She's not. But there's that adaptability risk. How adaptable is your service, your product to AI? And if you don't do anything about it, what's the impact, the risk of your business bottom line? There's certainly the implementation risk, right? So I'm adaptable now, I implement. If I implement the risk, what's the cost going to be? What's the timing going to be? I'm working on something right now. I wrote the developers and said, did you realize I announced this in November 2024? So now we're 18 months and you still haven't delivered? I would never have thought that when I announced it in November of something we're working on with AI, right? So that risk, implementation risk, really matters. If you think you can go and develop an AI platform overnight, I don't care if you're using Lovable or Claude Code, it's not a truly scalable platform, right? And the third, without doubt, is compliance risk. And that comes in several forms. First, there's those that use AI chatbots and it outputs something that's total crap. They call it chat crap, and you post it, right? Or you share it with the client as fact, right? So now you look like an idiot. It's just what it is, right? There's also a compliance risk and us dealing with the FCC and seeing all the hurdles you have to take to truly leverage AI as text bots and call bots. You do not want to be in the wrong side of compliance risk. That's going to cost you dearly, right? Especially if you're doing international work. Like, what are the rules and regulations in Canada compared to the US are vastly different. They are. In fact, we pulled our AI bots off for a while in Canada and have recently put them back on because we're in compliance. Something called can spam that can cost you millions. So that's what I mean by risks. When you look at those risks, the adaptability, implementation, the compliance, those are risks I'm thinking about every single day and how we handle those risks from a business building standpoint.